right, welcome. I'm going to show you how I prepare for back to school, what I do. Tomorrow is the first day of school, of how everything looks inside my classroom, what is on the kids' desk, how we do routines, procedures, things like that. So I'm going to turn you around so you can see everything I'm going to do from start to finish. And I hope you enjoy. Okay, what I do for the documents that the school gives us is I take them all and I put them in a manila folder. I separate the stuff that is from my personal use, like from my class. I put it inside a paper clip so the parents know when I want it back and things like that. But this is on every single desk. Today was Meet the Teacher, so I do have supplies that they have bought in and I am organizing. I was like, oh, I'm supposed to tell them. So what I do is normally I have these bins and then I put everything that I need to copy is together. So all of this stuff is together. It'll be organized after I organize the supplies. That is here. Then I have this is everything that we're going to do on the first day. So this is their first homework and I hang these in the window as a family. So we talk about our class as a family and that is there. It looks like this. I did my first one. So I created a doodle and then they're going to color that while I am collecting supplies. That is there. The next thing I do is I run copies of everything I'm going to need for the month. That way it makes it easier for me. And then the copying machine, right now everybody's set up their classroom so they don't have time to run copies. So this is my early finisher packet. And what it is stuff when they're finished doing anything, they take this out and they work on this and they receive a prize once they complete this. It's something like extra recess or something like that. It's nothing that I physically give them. So they have this. And then this is my master copy, and I want to show you what I do on master copies. And these are my bell ringers. And my bell ringers, I don't start on the first day of school, but my first day of school starts on a Thursday. We're going to do this on Friday, and I want to flip it over. But it's front and back. One side is math, one side is reading. And this is for day one. I'm going to show you how I organize it in that bin, well, that drawer right now. Okay, most people have a 1 through 31 bin. I have a 1 through 31 drawer. So on this side is all my bell ringers that are everything that I'm going to give them on this day. I want to show you where I put the other things, but this is specifically for bell ringers. And then these are the master copies for the bell ringer as well as the early finisher work. What I want to do now is put this in order. So the days that this is for the month of August, which is 31 days, I'm going to move the days that I'm not using towards the back. I want to take out weekends and holidays, and only the days that I am using will be right here. Okay, I done put all the things in where they go. So what I do before I leave for work, I put their bell ringer on their desk. So this is, I just pull it out on the day of the 14th, and I put it on their desk, the 17th, the 18th, the 19th, the 20th, and so on. That is here. My master copies are over here, so I never have to worry about it again. So I started, I don't know when I started this, but I have August done. I need to do September, October, November is already done. December, I don't know what I did with it, but January is done. February, all the files are in here, and then that is what we're going to do. Let me pull up my teaching slides so you can see that. All right, this is my desktop. I talked about this already, but I clear the icons. This is always here. I teach with slides every day. This is my standing desk, and this is my to-do list of what I do every single day throughout the week, so that way I don't take work at home. But I am going to go, let me pull up the slide right now. I use Google Slides. I'm trying this for the first time. Normally I use PowerPoint, but remember my goal is not to work from home. With Google Slides, whatever I update at school gets updated at home. If I decide to upload or change anything at home, I don't have to worry about leaving my USB here, taking it out, doing all that stuff. So that's why this year I'm utilizing Google Slides. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my presentation mode. And this is the first thing I do. I go over rules, procedures, and that's what I'm doing with this. All right, I use a clicker, but for the sake of this, I'm using my keyboard right now. So I just press enter. That's what it'll be there. So I'm going, this will be on the screen. They'll have this activity with the box of crayons. And then I also have, after I go over, in case they don't know, because I will be collecting supplies and labeling it. And that way, while they are working I'll be go ahead and pull out there, like take it out. I'll go over directions, but I'm going to show you right now what it looks like. So this is about, see, I'm telling them to take out their school supplies and they'll start working. And this is, I'll go over the morning routine. All I did was come up with my I use ChatGPT for majority of this. I told it my rules and my procedures of how I want them to do it every single day. So they'll see this every single morning until it basically becomes second nature. But in my morning slides, I'm going to put like little characters that tell them what they're going to do. Then we're going to go over our rules, which is this of how I do this. But we're going to read, we don't eat our classmates. Then we're going to talk about how we use supplies. I bought I think her name is Susan Jones or something like that. I bought her PowerPoint and all I did was just change it to match the theme that I have going on. So we're going to talk about how when we enter the classroom that we take care of our supplies. And then I tell them how to use the pencil. We talk about, then we do what we can and what we cannot do. And these, if you don't want to make these slides, buy her bundle and it's already done for you and you don't have to worry about this. Then I go over crayons. Then I go over how to use scissors. I go over how to use the glue sticks. I teach my kids Xbox, which means we do an X across and then we'll go across. We're not trying to put together Taj Mahal. And I tell them that all the time. So they learn about what the Taj Mahal is in advance. And then we're going to talk about it. Then I talk about me. And then I talk about my family. I talk about my favorite items. And then that will be it. Then we'll just start with lining up, walking to the cafeteria, things like that. I had to bring you over here. This is where I keep all my copies for the week. So remember I told you I'm going to give them the early finisher packet on Friday. So if you open the Friday drawer, they are already there. I do give a first day of school treat. I've been doing it since I started teaching, and these are basically ABC crackers. And, oh, here you go. They got alphabet crackers. I got these from Walmart, and then I created these. I went ahead and attached them, what my daughter did, with double-sided tape. All right, so my back table is a hot mess, but I'm going to organize it before I leave. So what's over here is all the supplies that I got already. So what I did was put them in bins so I could put everything in a big Ziploc bag. So when we run out, I can say, hey, we're out of glue sticks, we're out of pens, we're out of dry erase markers, things like that. And all of that stuff is over here in a category. These are on this side because these go in the cabinets. So that's why all of this stuff is here. So as the stuff, I'll do my classroom tour after I put all this stuff away. But I have all the journals that we got in, everything that's over here. I have to go get a fish today. But all the Ziploc bags, and I had 8 parents came to meet the teacher, and this is what, I had 3 parents bring something. So this is all the stuff that's right here. And we don't eat our classmates. Though every book that I'm going to use this week is right here, so I just take it out, put it back. And I'm going to try to get through all of these books, so maybe we'll do 2 books a day because we are still working on rules and procedures. On their desk, once they come, it'll have their pencil case. If it's not a graphic, it'll be a label on top of it. I'm covering like their names, but it'll have their name tag and everything is here. All the desks look like this. Like I said, this is the folder with all the school paperwork right here, all in one spot. My school has a construction theme, so that's why I have this on. But if you have questions about anything, how I do anything, any advice, anything I didn't include, please feel free. The next video you're going to get from me is my classroom tour, which I'll do probably by Friday. And I'll upload it this weekend because I have to get all the supplies, put everything away because I'm going to put you all in my business. I'm going to let you all in my cabinets and everything like that, even my back junkie closet. So I want to show you everything. So stay tuned from that video. If you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.